Yeah, recently I made a new airbox for the car, and that's all 3D printed. This is actually done in 6 pieces, it's done in 2. I'm now starting to pop the hood a bit more at car shows now, and I wanted to try and make the stuff under the bonnet a bit more nicer. You know, not looking so tired. I made a couple of things here just to cover up the studs, just little simple things. Now, a few people have mentioned at car shows about, you know, what is that for? You know, why does it look like that? And that was from the aircon. I got rid of the aircon maybe well over 10 years ago, where I changed the heads in the cam. We captured the gases from there, and never had the need for a couple of years after that to actually use the aircon. Where we're in the UK, we only get a couple of weeks a year where it's a bit warm, and in that time you just take the T-tops off. Yeah, so I've removed the rest of the aircon, so all we've got is these pipes which go into the I guess to the interior, to some heater matrix, and it'd be nice to cover that up because a few people have kind of commented on that, and I think that's a good thing to try and resolve, and also to look for anything else under the bonnet or hood, or anything else I can make an improvement on. But yeah, it would be good to get a scan of that. Well, no, I could measure that. You know, you got a flat face there. It could be measured, but let's do a scan, get it into the computer, and just create something which will just cover that and use the original bolts. Okay, so I'm using this scanner here, so it's a, however you say that, Creality. So it's only the Otter, so it's not the most expensive one. It's a medium range, but I also got the Wi-Fi bridge as well, so that's really handy because then they can link up to the phone. You can use the phone as a screen. It saves connecting to this to a laptop and having a thick cable. It's just nice to be handheld, and it's a bit easier to use for stuff like this. That's my garage door battling around there. Yeah, so yeah, let's go for face, because that's covering the right size. Geometry is good, high quality. Yeah, colour, we're not too worried about colour, we just want the vectors. So let's get this scanning. So here we go. So I want to try and get round the back of the bolts, at least get the back face. It hasn't got to be too perfect because we're going to redraw it anyway. It's just really using this scan as a measurement. So I want to try and get low down. I'll try and get as most angles as I can. Try and get this as complete as possible. But there's going to be some parts I'm not going to be able to get to. You know, like the underside. I'm not going to take anything off the car just to do this. It's really just a quick and nasty scan, but and that would probably do me actually. Nice quick scan there, so we can see that here. So we can that's going to be good enough, I think, for our measurements. We've got the just enough for the bottom side there to be able to capture that. So okay, let's get that into the computer and get this drawn up. Alright, so we're bringing the scan part. I'll clean up around the edges. There's a lot of unwanted parts that we don't really need. Now the main thing is that we got the bolts there, we know the centre holes, we've got the pipes, they're pretty clear, and we've got the original, you know, the entire surround area where we're going to put a cap over the top. And this bottom edge, it's not perfectly clean, but I think that's going to be good enough for doing a sketch over the top and extruding the part. So I think we're good to go. So we've exported this as an STL file, and then we bring that into the Solidworks application and go from there. So let's bring that model into Solidworks. Imported fine. We got the faces there that we need. We can see the outline there that we need to draw around. We can see the centre holes of the bolts and the centre holes of the pipes, so yeah, that's good enough to use. So that's is a sketch that I've done earlier. So I do draw a line which is very closely matching, and then I actually do an offset of 2mm all around the edge. We want some slack, so when we do slide this over the top, we've got a little bit of a wobble there, or to counteract any mistake in measurements, because we don't truly know what this bottom face is like. We couldn't quite capture that on the capture. Now we do see another line on the outer edge. Now I've gone for an extra 4mm offset, so the edge of my model is going to be 4mm thick, which should be plenty for this, and it kind of lines up with that bit of plastic at the back. That's already on the car, so I think we should be good to go there. In this sketch I do draw the circles as well, so we've got the circles for the bolts and the circles for the pipes. We've actually got a circle for the outer part of the bolt, because it's almost like a washer built into the bolt head. And now I've gone about 1mm oversized on that, so and we will create a recess on the model as well, so that bolt head will be, the washer part of it will be flush. Now for the pipes, now we do have an inner pipe which is one thickness, but we need to be able to create a ledge for this, the base of it, where it's slightly bigger. So I draw around that as well and add on a bit extra there, just so we've got some tolerance. And I'll do the same for the bottom pipe too, and the bottom bolt. So we had to extrude the main box, and then we cut out the pipe recesses inside. There's many ways we could do this, but it's not too critical which way you do that. So this is the extruded part. So we've gone 18mm one way and 20mm the other way. So this will line up with the plastic at the back, and it is lining up with where the bolts are on the top. I think the bolts have got plenty more threads on there to be able to come out and screw that on. But the main part is it is covering the whole of the pipe that's underneath. So we are fully encasing that. We've got a couple of millimeters gap for the top. Yeah, so this plastic bit at the top, we've got enough clearance there, and there shouldn't be anything else behind this that's going to clash on. So so we've extruded that, and then we can turn on the cut. So we actually cut into the back face. Then we can use the offset, which is 2mm around the edge of that model, or around the edge of the sketch, and we create a recess in there, and that should take us up to the actual face which we see in real life. So let's have some decorative effects. So this will be on our front face. This will actually be what will be printing down first. So that's going to be our front face. So I added a chamfer. That's 45 degrees, so we should have no issues with printing that. And then I'll just tidy up the edge there. So let's start to create the bolt holes now. So for my sketch, we've already drawn the holes there that we need, and we just extrude that cut. So we go all the way to the top face. Next, we want to do like the bolt head, the washer type area. From these measurements, it's going to end up being 2mm thick, which is plenty. I mean, this cut here is 4mm, but it's only actually 2mm of that is into the model. So that should be good for the bolt head to actually sink into. Then we want to do the bottom of the pipes, so we extrude that cut. And then we want to actually extrude the pipe part of that as well. So very simple to do. It's another extruded cut, and it's got a little bit of gap from the front face as well. And now we can hide our the actual scanned model itself. We don't need that anymore. So it's not looking too bad. I have actually set that to transparent so we can see the cuts within inside. And now we want to try and fillet the back, or fillet the holes, so that they kind of look nice and they're curved. It should help it print. As I say, we'll be printing it so that the left face is face down. So we shouldn't have any issues in printing that at all. Now we export that STL file, or as an STL, and then we can import that into the Bambu Labs and start working with it from there. We need to decide on a material we're going to print this out in. I'm thinking ABS. Now it's got better temperature rating than PLA and PETG. It's good for UV resistant, although under the hood and I won't get too much UV there. But yeah, it's rated at 87 degrees centigrade before it starts to deform, which should be plenty. It is right above the exhaust headers, so maybe it could be subject to some heat, but even after driving you can put your hand on that, the aircon pipes there, and you don't burn yourself. So I think we should be way below the 87, so we'll use that. I've got some of that in black already. It will go for the AMS, and yeah, I think we'll go with that. We import the STL file into Bambu Labs. Now it seems to have imported okay. We got the curves are looking good. There's plenty of faces there, and we aim to print this out in ABS, so I've got that already pre-programmed in, and we're going to want to print this face down. I think we're going to have to add some supports to these bolt holes because we've got a slight recess there. So let's get that face down. We're adding some support, and let's slice that and see how that looks. Now we can visually see the support on the bottom. We should be able to get that out with a screwdriver. There won't be too much trouble getting that unstuck. You look down through the layers. We got all the circles are looking good. The fillets are looking good there. Now for the fill, I've gone with that percentage. It doesn't need to be that strong, but that was just default, so I'll keep it at that. We got plenty of material in the machine or on the roll, so this should be fine to print. So I'm happy with that. Let's go with it. The print here. I'm not too worried about that. We had to put support in there, but it's going to be hidden by the bolt head anyway. And then we got our little recesses in here to cover the pipes, and then yeah, we should be good to go. So let's get in there. Surprisingly long bolts. So the pipe they were connected to was needed long bolts. Okay, so that's on there. There's a little bit of play. We were expecting a bit of play. We just want the holes to line up, and that should hold it in place. Torque setting to do this up too, but let's just a little bit of. So that's a 13mm bolt. You feel whether it's tight enough or not. There we go. So just cover it now, that doesn't look too bad. So I have to think what next to do on the car. It'd be nice to cover up these pipe or these cables at some point, but whether I can get some sort of extenders or something to cover the plugs, I don't know, but we shall see. That's another job for another day. But I'm quite happy with that. And that's flush with here. This actually lines up pretty well. Yeah. Okay. I hope you liked the video. I aim to do more videos similar to this. I'm sure I'll be printing more 3D parts for the engine bay or interior parts for the car. So please like and subscribe, and let's keep this channel going.